Hello, dear friends. My name is KD Ahire, Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, KTHM College, Nasik. Here we are learning the course Rural Entrepreneurship Development. The course is offered by BBA Department, KTHM College, Nasik. So today we are continue with the basics of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship. So, dear friends, just here we are going to again take the overview what actually we have studied in our previous lecture. So, in our previous lecture, we have studied about the definitions of entrepreneurships, then basics of entrepreneur and entrepreneurships. So, here in this session also we are continue with the basics of entrepreneur and entrepreneurships as per our curriculum. So here in the entrepreneur and entrepreneurship development. So entrepreneur is nothing but the person, as we know that, right? If I am starting my business, so myself I can call as a entrepreneur. So that is the first step. When entrepreneur make or start his business, it is called as the process. So entrepreneurship is nothing but the process. If he has established the business, right? If he is running the business, so this entrepreneurship is nothing but the process. So earlier in our previous lecture also I have mentioned that the entrepreneurship is nothing but the process, but it's a continuing improvement process. And enterprise, whatever organization you have established, right? Whatever enterprise you have established, it is nothing but the object, right? You have, if you have set your office. So, my dear friends, in basics of entrepreneur and entrepreneurship development, so let's see some important things which are need to be understand. So here, entrepreneur is nothing but the person. If I'm starting my business, so I can call I am an entrepreneur, right? So obviously, entrepreneur is nothing but the is a person who who started the business or who established the business. Then if the entrepreneur is starting the business and he has successfully running the business, then this is nothing but the in entrepreneurship, right? And we know that entrepreneurship is nothing but the process, right? But it's a continuous improvement process. So therefore, entrepreneurship is nothing but the process. And the enterprise means, for example, you have established the organization, the enterprise, which is nothing but the object, right? Which is nothing but the object. If you have set your hobbies and if you are constructed your hobbies, then it is called as the object, right? So these key elements: person, process, object is nothing but the entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprise. So entrepreneur, let's see who is the entrepreneur, right? So entrepreneur is the person who brings together the factors of production and combines them into a product. So he's a key maker, right? He's a key person who can bring the things together, right? And the person who convert all these things into a product, or it may be in services. He can identify the resources, right? And he can start the business. The person who is called as the entrepreneur, right? So it is very simple definition. Entrepreneur is the person who brings together the factors of production. So he is the factors are nothing but the resources, right? Again, we have already gone through it. It may be biotic or abiotic resources. So by identifying the resources which are essential for my to manufacture my product or to deliver my services, and he just combine all these resources together, and he convert it into product. Again, who start a business venture and is responsible for its development, right? So the entrepreneur is whole and soul responsible for the development of his business. Nobody will take the lead and initiative, and even nobody will take the responsibility of failure of the business. So the person who has started the business, who is the entrepreneur, and he is only responsible for its development, its expansion, right? So therefore, it is again without entrepreneurship will not be take place, right? So let's move towards some important characteristics of entrepreneur, right? Here we are going to see some important characteristics in which through which the entrepreneurs can grow his business, expand his business, and may become a successful entrepreneur. So first important characteristic, it is very very necessary to have each and every entrepreneur, that is the mental ability, right? Mental ability is very very essential, because mentally he should be a strong, mentally he should be a stable, because in the span of his business he may face various kinds of challenges, difficulties, problems, failure, success, right? Even the entrepreneur should not become unstable in the success of the entrepreneur, success of his business, sorry, right? So mental stability is necessary, mental ability is necessary. Even sometime he may able to face the failure. So at such circumstances he should be a mentally stable, mentally strong, and he should always think to move further. Obviously, hard work, right? He should willing to do anything, right? And hard work is again one of the key component and one of the key characteristic of entrepreneur, right? So whatever work he need to do, he should do it. At initial stage, he can't hire the employees. He may not able to afford give salary to the employees. So at initial stage, he need to do all kinds of work, right? So hard work is there, and he should understand I have to do hard work. Without my hard work, my organization or my business will not going to be success, right? So therefore, hard work is necessary. Business secrecy, my dear friends, it is most important thing. Business secrecy. As an entrepreneur, he should understand where to disclose my business strategies or where not. If you are disclosing your business strategy with your competitor or with your with public, so it is become very easy for your competitors to make you vanish from the market, right? So therefore business secrecy is necessary. If you see many businesses, large scale businesses, very very famous products, but they have maintained their business secrecy. They have not disclosed the their business strategies with anybody. So therefore business secrecy is very crucial, right? You are not allowed to disclose your business plan, business strategy, your future plan to the common public, or maybe to, obviously with your competitor, right? So as an entrepreneur, you should have this one of the very essential characteristic, that is the business secrecy. Then clear objective. As an entrepreneur, he should have a clear objective towards his business, his entrepreneurship. Yes, I have started my business, but I have that much objectives, and I have to achieve this objective with the help of my team. He can't alone, achieve all types of objectives, but he have to take the help from team. Here, the leadership qualities of entrepreneur will help him, right? Yeah, he has to utilize all these entrepreneurship qualities, or maybe we can say it is the leadership qualities. So therefore, clear objectives is essential. You should not be confused in the objectives. I have started my business. For example, I have started my business in 2021, and if I have started my business with by by taking some objectives, by considering some objective in 2021, so I should focus in 2015, 2030, 2060, whatever. I have to work to achieve all these goals or the targets or whatever. I have to work for the objectives that we have established at my initial. Yes, obviously, as per the necessary changes, as per the market trend, we can modify, we can change our objectives too. But clear objective should be there. There should not be any kind of confusion in the objective. Then achievement motivation, right? You should be always rigorously waiting for the achievement. He should be motivated. It's a very important characteristic, my dear friend. Motivation. If he is as an entrepreneur, if he is a motivate, always he is a motivated. If he is keeping himself or herself motivating, so his team, his subordinate will also inspire, and they will also give their 100%, and they will also work with their 100% efficiency, and it will ultimately help to uh, grow our business, right? To become a successful business entrepreneur, right? So therefore achievement motivation is necessary. Then maintain public relations, right? Because as an entrepreneur, we are going to sell our product or services in the market. So therefore, to maintain the public relation is important mandatory things, right? If you are not maintaining the relation with public, so it may cause very negative impact on your business. Public will not come to you and will not buy your product or services. So therefore, to maintain public relation is necessary. You should always think where to speak, how to speak, what to speak, right? He need to take care about the emotions of public, then demand of public. So therefore, here to maintain public relation is necessary. As a entrepreneur, we have to keep it in our mind. Next, communication ability. So he should able to communicate with his team. So proper communication system should be established by the entrepreneur, right? So first he need to identify the importance of communication. We know that without communication it is not possible to run our business, right? Effective way of communication is very necessary, and proper establishment of proper communication system in the enterprise key is key factor, right? Because right from the higher authority to the lower authority, or from lower authority to higher authority, everybody need to communicate with each other. Yes, obviously the way of communication or medium of communication, it may be vary, right? In future, we are going to see the communication, the importance of communication, even barriers in communication, all these things we will discuss, right? So communication ability, he has to develop the communication ability, communication skill, right? And he is not only going to communicate with his team or his subordinate, but also communicate with the investor, stakeholders, right? Government, even policymakers, competitors, right? So stage it may be different, but if he has the proper communication skill, communication ability, so he can handle all these things very easily, and he can move further towards the success of his business. Next is a risk taking. So earlier I have told you the risk taking ability, right? So entrepreneur, he should identify, yes, I have somewhere we have a risk, but how to avoid the risk, how to overcome through this risk, how we can face this risk, and how we can achieve our goal, right? So he need to take the risk. He always ready to take the risk, but risk should be a calculated risk, right? He have to study. He have to anticipate the risk. Accordingly, he need to study the risk, and after completing all necessary studies, right, he need to move move forward. Then technical knowledge, because nowadays we know that we are living in the technological era, right? So use of technology is necessary. We can't say I'm not able to handle or operate computer. No, right? We have to learn it. We have to operate mobile. I can't say I don't know how to use mobile. No, you have to learn it. So as a entrepreneur, he need to use the technology. He need to use the use of social media very properly, right? He need to use by taking the help from technology. Nowadays we can grow our business very effectively. So technical knowledge, use of technology, even he need to understand the what type of work is carried out in enterprise or in business, what type of machineries he has purchased, what is the use of those machineries, right? So what type of techniques, technologies he uh, he has using in his business. So he need to take the knowledge, and he need to sometime he need to also work on it. So in entrepreneurial process, so we know that the entrepreneurial process, it is a continuous improvement cycle. So therefore it is start with the discovery, right? So discovery, so identifying the opportunities. As an entrepreneur, first he need to have some idea in his mind. So idea identification is necessary, identification of idea, right? So through discovery, if he have discovered something, and he's thinking that yes, I have idea, right? I can discover all these things. I already all these things in my mind, but I have to make it in happen in reality. So after discovery, he can go to the developing a business plan. He need to put all these things on the paper, and he in entrepreneurial process, after discovery, whatever idea you have, whatever plan you have, whatever things which are already in your mind, we have to convert it into business plan, right? So development of business plan is the second step, right? And here we have to put everything. everything which are essential for your business, right? We have to do while preparing a business plan, and it is very interesting thing, my dear friends. We will have a separate lecture on the business plan, how to develop business plan. So each and everything we need to put in business plan, and we need to think about the future, right? The future prospect of your business, right? Your plan. So developing a business plan, the second stage. Then resourcing. So after developing a business plan, so you have to gather all types of resources. We have to identify the resource. Already we have identified, because whenever you are preparing a business plan, so obviously we have identified the resources. Without identifying the resources, it is not possible to prepare a business plan, right? So you have to gather all the resources. So resourcing is necessary. What are the important things which are required to establish your business, right? You may require the capital investment. You may require the land. You need to construct a building. You require electricity. You require water. You require human resource. You require finance. You need to fulfill all the uh, mm, um, uh, legal aspects, right? So all these are nothing but the resource, right? So you have to all these resources. Then managing company, and after establishing the your company, how to manage the company. So management is nothing but the, just you have to run your business successfully. You have to always think about the expansion of your business, growth of your business. So managing the company, it is the fourth step of the entrepreneurial process. So you have to manage all the resources that you have used, you have uh, 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 using in your business, you have utilizing in your business. So managing all these resources are nothing but the managing company. So even yeah, the customer is also your resource, one of the resource, right? So up managing it is the harvesting. So you have to always harvesting nothing but the you have to prepare possible plans, future plans, how you can expand your business, right? You have to study the policies, trading, study of competitor, right? You have to do some kind of innovative things. You have to do the things some kind of creativity. So all these things in harvesting, again it may go to the discovery. Again you can do it, you can modify it, you can expand the business through again this cycle, right? And it's a continuous improvement cycle, because we know that if scenario is changing, market trend is changing, right? Policies are changing at international level, international relations, right? It may also changing. So priorities of the customer may also get changed. Sometimes sudden things may be happen, like a disaster, all these things. Like right now, such for example, COVID-19 pandemic. So if such things may happen, so we have to mold, we have to change, we have to some kind of modify our business plan accordingly, right? We have to modify the way of our business, whatever thing, whatever uh, uh, way we are doing our business. Sometimes we need to modify it, we need to change it. After a lack of experience, second, one of the common reasons that can be observed, which is responsible for the failure of entrepreneurship, that is the insufficient capital. So many entrepreneurs will not get sufficient capital in the form of money to establish their business. And later on, the financial burden will be increased on their head, and they may not able to sustain the loss of their business, and ultimately they need to close their business. Next is the poor location. Obviously, this poor location is not applicable for all types of businesses, but many businesses, this location of your business is necessary, right? Where you are establishing your business, location of your business. For example, let's take the example. Suppose you have the very good scope, or the demand of your product or services in a main, here, the core part of the city, right? But you have established your business in the far away from the city. So again, it is become difficult for the customer to reach to your business and buy your product or services. And again, it is again become difficult to you to provide all types of your products as well as services to your customer very effectively. So here, many barriers will be arise, and it may again negatively impact on your business. So therefore, here, location of your business is also very very essential. And sometimes it may be happen due to wrongly selected location of your business. It may lead to the failure in entrepreneurship. Then poor inventory management. Obviously, you have sufficient fund, even you have experience. Your location of your business is also very 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 good place. But if you doesn't have a managerial skills, leadership qualities, inventory management, so again it may lead to the failure of entrepreneurship, right? Because you have to do something new things. You have to always think, you have to do the things at creative manner, right? So therefore, the poor inventory management is, it may lead to the failure of business. And in future, we need to shut down our business. Then over investment in fixed assets, right? Sometime it may be happen, the entrepreneurs may make the investment on the fixed asset, okay, beyond their actual value. And if we are investing the you know investing on the fixed assets beyond their value, again here we are wasting our money. And likewise, in future, we need to shut down our business, because here, we are just wasting the money. So we are investing our profit in these unnecessary things. Then poor credit arrangements, right? So here, due to mismanagement of the your business, so poor credit maybe uh, arise in the market, right? So therefore, it may be happen, and due to poor credit arrangement, the it may lead to the failure of entrepreneurship. Even personal use of business funds. Yes, you are running your business, you are gaining uh, the profit also. But what happen, sometimes some entrepreneurs, they use the business funds in their personal use. That is wrong actually, right? You can't use the business fund for your personal habits, or to you know just do the your personal things. So therefore, if we are doing these things, so again we may lead our business in loss. Unexpected growth. Sometime it may be happen, he is not ready to the face the success. He may observe unexpected growth. He is thinking, in next year, my business will grow up to 2%, right? But suddenly, um, unexpectedly his business will grow to the 5%. So sometime he may become excited and he may take some wrong decisions, right? He may do some wrong things. So unexpected growth may also sometimes lead to the failure of business, because here again it is depend on the qualities of entrepreneur, how we can handle it, right? But sometimes some entrepreneurs may not able to handle it properly. Then competition. So as an entrepreneur, here the entrepreneur need to understand, to identify the competitors. The study of competitors are necessary. Some people say we don't need to study competitor. Why to study competitor? But as an entrepreneur, we need to study competitor also. Their strategies, their business, their expand, how they are expanding the business, what type of strategy, what type of creativity they are doing, out of which what type of things, what things we can do differently, right? So competition, and they may not able to sustain. Sometime it may be happen when we start our business as a startup. So we may not able to sustain the competition, right? The competitors. So therefore competition may also lead to the failure of business. Then low sales, right? It may be they are not working properly on the marketing. This is not only a reason, but it is one of the reasons. So low sales, if they are not able to sell their product or services at very large scale, so they may go in a loss, and due to this they need to shut down their business. So these all these things that we have studied in the why startup may failure, or then why uh, in our country more than 90% of startup need to shut down, or some reasons behind the failure of business or entrepreneurship. So my dear friends, let's take the summary of our this lecture. So in this lecture we have studied the basic components of entrepreneurship, as well as we have also studied the basics of entrepreneurship as well as entrepreneur, which are very very essential to understand the rural entrepreneurship development. So in our next lecture we are going to study about the development of entrepreneurship in rural India as per our curriculum. Thank you very much.